Welcome back to the Pro League. We have a third match coming up. It's going to be FaZe taking on North. FaZe off their championship in Star Ladder. That's going to be some good stuff against the Danish team. And change up the desk a little bit, as we normally do after two games. We've got Lauren here instead of Henry. We doing good?
Yeah, not too bad.
Awesome. Before we actually dive into this game, we're going to do something cool tonight. It's going to get a little crazy. We're actually got Kerrigan from FaZe, the in-game leader of FaZe, waiting on Skype for a quick call. So how are we doing, Kerrigan?
Everything is good. Everything is good.
Still continuing the celebration?
Yeah, you can say that since Rain had to stay one day in Kiev, so he liked it over there.
I have to ask you, I know at the after party you had that FaZe up conga line going on, so I mean this had to have been a big weight off all of your guys' shoulders.
Yeah, it was pretty fun after party and celebrating the whole tournament, so I feel good with the team and everything. Yeah,
you. I mean, a lot has been said. You had a big task coming into this team. I mean, you had to pull all these various pieces together. You brought Keo back into the lineup. You made that decision, and now you have this massive talent in Nico that you have to incorporate into the team. I mean, what's that kind of process been like for you guys? Is it like a trial and error, or is it all pretty much clicked?
Yeah, well, I came into the team not knowing if we should keep Jakim or Keo, and since I didn't play with the team, I gave it up to the team to kind of figure out which player we're gonna go with, since I don't know them if you don't play with them.
Yeah.
I really fast find out that I don't know how to use Jakim, and I always saw Q as a good role player, a player who always does the thing he needs to do. So nobody has questioned. He does it always good. So bringing him to the team was very good for us, and we kept on improving, I think, over a longer time period. And getting Nico is just dream come true, right? Everybody wants to play with a player like Nico who can decide the games for you. So I think that was the last piece of the puzzle I needed for this whole project to be a world contender.
Yeah, now I mean you guys have proved it. Now you know, second place in Katowice, you win Star Ladder, and I mean what was that like specifically? Obviously, the big storyline is doing it against Astralis, your former teammates. Was that kind of a bittersweet, or was that just all celebration, all good vibes?
I mean, of course you want to win against a team who didn't believe in the way you were calling as in-game leader. So it was quite sweet to beat it with the way I in-game lead against their way of winning tournaments, how they want to call. So I think in itself it was very sweet for me. But I didn't really think about it during the game or anything. I think it was more after that I realized that I've been through was maybe a slump, you can say, back in Astralis, and finally come on top and be on the rankings, the second best team in the world right now. So just right after Astralis, so it feels really good to win. But basically, the best feeling was winning with the team, right, knowing how long time to have strive for this, and Nico finally winning, lifting a trophy. So it felt good, and I was very happy for the whole team instead of myself.
What are the next steps you guys have in FaZe when you as an in-game leader look? You win the championship, but obviously you don't want to rest back and just kind of chill. What are the things that this team, you have them working on moving forward as kind of the major is starting to loom closer and closer?
I think we have many things to work on, especially winning pistol rounds. Yeah. I'm just kidding. We have to work on our anti-ecos, of course. I think the whole tournament was pretty much shaky for us. If you look the whole tournament from the day one to the end of day, it felt like we were shaky on a lot of maps. So that's definitely a lot to improve, I think. Our cast wasn't ready for that tournament, so that is specific one thing we have to fix. Yeah. And I just think keep on improving our map pool, because the only way you can be the best team in the world is to have the biggest map pool. Awesome.
Well, thanks very much, Kerrigan. Thanks for your time. Good luck tonight. Good luck in the rest of Pro League.
Thank you very much.
That was Kerrigan. Obviously, some cool comments in there, you know, having to do with putting the team together, using Keo as a big piece to the puzzle. Then his team, and obviously it panned out very, very nicely. Yeah. It's a pretty quick championship, all things considered, once Nico joins that roster.
Swift turnaround.
Yeah. Yeah, they put the pieces together very nicely, didn't they? Cool as well to hear him say that, you know, one of the things they have to work on is cash, because that was a map they chose a lot in the group stage at Star Ladder, and they very much struggled on it. You know, they didn't look solid, and it's going to be the first map they played North on here. Another team not necessarily known for their cash play, but FaZe right now looking good.
Yeah, they met in the groups and played this map, so North won it out. Yeah. You know, it was still a close game, but you still got to feel that overall, of course, FaZe just kind of riding that high at the moment. They're individual players. They kind of I guess they benefit quite drastically from having confidence, from having good results. They start to, you know, really start feeling it individually. So for them, I still feel this should be their game to win, but it's still online CS. So you come off that, you know, big win, you're, you know, really pumped up about it. do you care as much in your online matches? Do you still focus up as hard? You know, as much as it's in theory, every game is an important one. And of course, you want to be in the qualifying spot towards the offline finals and get in a good position. I don't know if they could be as focused. You can't take it as, you know, the exact same sort of staging platform as the group stage game they played not too long ago against North.
Reviewing that, well, we got some highlights right now, but I have a clip from that match of something that I thought was cool from North that we might be able to bring up in a few minutes. But just from that game, you know, it was to North 16-13. You know, so it was still a relatively close match. And for them to say, you know, it wasn't quite ready yet, going into this, they would have done their veto. Here we go. This is just a basic mid control coming out from North here. They're going to throw the smokes and Molotovs, clearing out the vent, clearing out sandbags, and smoking off connector, and then they take mid. And from here, they just pinch it onto the A bomb site as a split. When you do a little mid control like this, you need to clear these spots. You need to make sure that you're pushing the CTs into the open to make those frags. And then once you have mid, a retake is possible, but quite difficult for the CTs to do unless they have a predetermined move in play. Once the split's happening, MSL's over towards Squeaky, making some noise. He gets really lucky here with a kill onto Nico through the door. And from here, he throws a really cool smoke and a flash, which allows Magic's boy to go for a wider pick to pin to the A bomb site. So this smoke is going to force the AWPer, which is Aloe, out of position. Then the flash as well is going to push him away. Then Magix is able to come up and go for a pick, and they just split onto the site and then just play the afterplant from there. I think I stopped the clip at this point. But I just thought that was a really cool way that they did that and grinded it out by you playing fundamental Counter-Strike and just, you know, going to the basics, using your Molotovs to do a lot of work for you, and from there forcing an advantageous duel. So that was cool.
Yeah, I mean, they are certainly a team that seems to have some cool tactical wrinkles, and obviously Cash is a map that they very much want to get into that map pool. Kerrigan listing, you know, a deeper map pool is one of the most important things to continuing the rise for FaZe. But on the north side of things, this is a team for a while that seemed to have a good, you know, 5-6 maps down, but they just seem to be perennially disappointing everyone. Like, you look at this and you feel like they should be winning more.
I think you know my stance on things like this, Jason. When a team is still within the top 10 in the world, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to say, you know, there's always that room for growth, or any given Sunday, and do all that kind of stuff. Give them that advantage, or give them that, I guess, let them off the hook there. You know, I'm not going to be hard on them.
Lauren, you had a random Alu thrown in there?
Yeah, he was just playing with the negative in warm up.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. Did you not hear it in the background? It's a lovely sound. Just lovely.
No, I block things like that out. I've gotten to that point.
Yeah, I don't know what else to say about these guys. With you know, FaZe as they are, I think it's just in fun, you know, watching them play, getting, you know, more and more depth. And as I said, it's been an incredibly quick rise to the, you know, the highest echelons here. You know, you can't say it's a honeymoon period because they've been able to convert it into quite a couple of events now. And North, of course, they seem to have had a little bit of their kind of like honeymoon period. It kind of like dwindled. But again, not every single team in the world can be a champion, right? So still sitting in a top 10 position isn't too bad. Of course, they want to be better. Of course, they want to be like, you know, top 5, top 3, you know, and then build up. But at the end of the day, they're still doing fine. I think that, you know, they're quite a tactical team. So again, they get worked out quite easy. It's just whether or not they can handle FaZe.
Yeah, that's the question at hand. We're about to find out the answer to that question. To take us through it, it's going to be Sadicus and Henry G.
Thanks very much, Minded Gevs. It's good to be here, as always. FaZe up versus North, which is also up on a compass and a map.
That's true. Those are good facts. So, Cash once again map. These guys played at Star Ladder, actually North, a map they're not known to be that comfortable on, beat FaZe 16-13. So a rematch, doing it all over again. FaZe have had a lot of rematches recently, and this is going to be no different. Here in the Pro League, FaZe versus North, and both these teams doing relatively well. I think North's a little bit further down. FaZe is getting themselves into that towards the top 6. They're just outside at the moment, I think. So mid-table, and we'll see whether they can maybe find a couple of maps here tonight. Not going to be easy, though. North, certainly a very strong team indeed. Cash, though, like we said, not really a map they're known for being super strong on, but they're getting better at it every time we see them on it. Obviously, taking down a team like FaZe on a map like Cash, it's obviously focused heavily on fragging. Taking them down is actually very impressive.
And remember, losing the pistol round is the new meta, so you can bind at Gebs, control everything after that. Limit them away from UMPs based on the fact that they'll buy in round 2. It's genius. It's foolproof. So look for the winner of this game to lose the pistol round. We are underway, it would appear, although we don't have guns. Nico gets taken down by Magisk. Is this happening? Our GoTV seems to have that lovely glitch that exists in the current day. I can assure you they are not imaginary weapons. They are holding, well, real ones that are in a video game. There we go, we can see them now. Rain's got a shot onto AZ. North with Config trying to retake mid through the vents. We'll start to work back in toward the A side and play the retake game, 2 versus 3. No kits in the hands of those who do still exist within this realm. As Rain gets MSL, it's all on the Config. Down he goes to the hands of Kerrigan, and everything looks great.
A nice little A split there from FaZe. There's a retake from North. As usual, trying to have that A retake sort of set up there for themselves. Didn't really work out for them. They're overwhelmed by Rain, who gets 4 kills. It's been an amazing form recently. A little bit quiet at the start of Star Ladder, but towards the end, he was his usual dominant self. As we enter round number 2 here, and not going to be a force buy from North. They're actually one of the teams opting with this new kind of idea of not force buying every single time the CT after losing the pistol and keep a bit more money, especially on quite a utility-focused map like Cash. Makes a lot of sense. You want to be having the incendiaries to stop the fast pushes and the smokes, and maybe even an AWP chucks in there. FaZe coming with 2 AKs, 3 UMPs. That's a of utility as well to work with. Oh, it's banned in the Pro League.
I'm aware, Henry, you're ruining my fun.
Okay.
I just want to see more Negebs. I think I agree with the devs on this one 100%.
Fair play.
I mean, there needs to be more things. Penny candy doesn't even cost a penny anymore. It's nice to see some people still understand real value. Make it affordable for the whole world.
Well, for now, no Negevs, but some Deagles. North holding towards middle. And a focus towards B as well. That's where FaZe will be ending up. They've got a smoke and 1 Molotov. Smoke towards Heaven and towards CT spawn as well. Maybe Molotov the bomb site. Yeah, I've got a player towards the vents as well. There's the Molotov on the site. And the final commitment should be coming in momentarily.
Shots are fired. Config, although we can't hear it, certainly does have a deagle in his hand. And Rain will take him down. It's looking good as Ali walks in with another gun that is overpowered. The UMP. As AZ sits behind the smoke bomb to go down. It makes doot, doot, doot noise if you could hear it, but you can't. Majisk trying to rotate around will get caught out toward mid-garage. AZ is still going to wait as well back towards CT and trees, so hold the phones. Nothing much going to happen except for exits potentially in this one.
Yeah, AZ towards that CT spawn boost position, hoping he can find Alu on the retreat at this point, but doesn't seem to be getting much out of it. There comes the sound again. We can hear that bomb. Flashes towards him. He should be taken down at this point. AZ going to be found by Alu. Got a comfortable round for FaZe overall. They lost 1 frag in the process. Carrigan goes down to the hands of Config, who's actually very good in this map. Very aggressive towards B on the CT side and the terrorist side. So we'll see whether he can come to life. He's very good at lurking on that T side. Seems to be sneak in towards our checkers and then find players at the headshot position. They have no idea he's very, very good at that. This will be a full eco though. North with 5 USPs, not a single dollar invested into round. Didn't force in their second round either. So they're going to have lots of money for the first gun round. We're going to round number 4. They can get a couple of kills here. It's worth $300 per kill with the USP. So anyone who can find a kill here, it's obviously going to be beneficial. Very unlikely they get more than 1, maybe 2. AZ spots a few towards middle. Have to fall back here. Can't challenge that, obviously. And the MAC-10 trying to find some room to work with here towards B and the vents.
I like B and I like vents. Not a bad thing to have. They do create airflow, and when you're around me, that's usually a good idea. Carrigan, MAC-10, walks in, takes one down on Config. Pretty straightforward execution. Execution being killing style, but also straightforward in terms of how they approach B. Just a simple smoke back toward the tree, and FaZe Clan take the 3-0 start.
They do, but this is when it gets interesting. We actually bring out a double AWP setup if we wanted to. North don't usually run it, to be fair. Config can go on the second AWP, and they did run it on Starladder a few times. He's still wait. Oh, he does do it. Okay, now we're in business. This is the benefits of not force buying in that second round. It means you can get double AWPs. And to be fair, they have no kits to work with, but that might not be a problem going up against this sort of bonus round from FaZe. 2 UMPs, not so much. If they still have MAC-10, it might fall into that category, but for now, we have the AWPs set up. KZB towards middle by the white box. An aggressive play towards A storage. It's going to be Rain to go down. Very well done from Major's boy. They'll be smoking off the entrance of A main as well, so they can hold that position strong. And for now, huge advantage for North. Kirishima waiting towards the end of Squeaky Door. And a nice boost coming as well. I like this a lot. That's great adjustment. You have the aggression at the start, find a player, and then Majors, who's great in this position. They won't be expecting him to be up there after that initial push.
Kyo, tasked with trying to get through that door, is potentially the one that's going to be greeted by that boost. See how he makes it work, see how he doesn't. Both things are possible. Nico's going to wait and see if anyone's going to get boosted through as well from B. Thus far, things seem pretty straightforward in that sense. Kirishima has the door closed and won't be able to do much, but it cues in Carrigan. Down goes AZ. Remember, the boost still does exist, and a decent chance that it can capitalize. Majisk is going to sit and wait. There you go. Checked, but blinded Carrigan. Oh, he didn't get the kill. Doesn't go back to find him, but thankfully, Cajun actually rotated around, because if the fact that he missed that kill on the first shot and chased him down, it would have meant potentially only getting 1. So Cajun does well to pick up the second.
Yeah, nice clean round here for North. First gun round, the double AWP setup, finding 2 frags, both of them from Cajun B to be fair, but he was on the A site. Major's boy, aggressive at the start, then getting that boost to kill as well. might have overcommitted towards A storage, but he got away with it, so it's fine. This is Alu now. He will be AWPing for the next round. I promise you that. This is certainly a sort of bonus round for him. He's almost got $10,000 in the bank, so that'll be coming out. It's certainly a crutch for FaZe overall. Him getting boosted towards middle, patrolling that area. They're very good at getting them into control generally. MSL, though, very good spawn. It's one of the maps. So is Config, to be fair, with the AWP. He'll probably just challenge towards B initially with a good spawn. I don't see him committing maybe all the way and just going to try and stop the rush at the beginning of the round. MSL, Molotovs towards boost, and then smoking main entrance. Very standard stuff. And 4 players for FaZe heading towards A storage will be Kiyoshima patrolling the B area. Nothing really to challenge him. MSL gets towards the vents area. AZ, though, he's almost alone in middle. He has got backup from Majus at the wide box. If the boost comes in, could find himself in a bit of hardship there, but for now, this is looking like an A execution. Alu, not boosted this time. He's actually setting up a nice little set piece. Smoke's going in. This could be beneficial, you know, with the AWP alone on the A site. Smoke him out, Molotov as well. He could find himself overwhelmed.
Cajun B waiting with the AWP, has smoke in front. It's a fever dream, that AWP. And this is a nightmare. Oh, that's a nightmare. Misses the first shot. Rain capitalizing. Alu doing the same. They'll try and retake from highway with smoke off. That's a little wide of the mark. Okay, there's 2 of them there, hence why. But one covers off truck toward A main. Bit loose, but it'll make do, especially with Alu going crazy as he is. Yeah,
that's a perfect call from Carrigan at that point. He's actually ascertained this double AWP setup. What better way to shut it down? Take away their vision, take absolutely everything away, stifle the AWP at the back of the side there. Config, he will be going down eventually. Set piece there. It's not that common to be chucking those straight in at the start of the round, but like I said, they knows he's up against the double AWPs. Drop that in, occasionally he misses a vital shot. If he gets one there, maybe legs another, they've got a chance of holding it off, but he was alone on that A site. Smoke took away his vision, they pushed for it, flashbangs were good. And it's going to be a pause coming in. This is technical, though. Config had to drop out the server. But 4-1, pretty harsh reset from North. They did keep 4 players alive in the round they won, so they probably still can buy. I can't see Config's money as he's left the server, but leftover players, MSL, 3K, Cajun B, 4,000. So they'll probably just do a partial buy from what I can see. A couple of players actually very low indeed. Config down to just below 3K. So a couple of UMPs coming in. Won't be fully committing here. The money around the 2K mark. Only have first stage loss bonus. But let's see what MSL and Cajun B can bring to the table here with the lesser weaponry. 3 UMPs coming in. Cajun actually goes all in here. They actually might as well go for a full force at this stage. And this could be a massive round overall. The money has been balanced out. We're left with Config. Like we said, the secondary AWP. He's saved himself about 3K. Oh, that's going down rapidly as well. Yeah, pretty much full investment at this stage. So 4 UMPs. Make it 5. An interesting round. If there was a statement to show whether the UMP is overpowered, if it can win this round with 5 of those weapons against a full buy of AKs and AWPs. Yet to be seen, but Carrigan edging out towards middle. Cajun B waiting on the other side of the smoke.
Sal has to get away. Flash to go back in through the doorway. They'll back off at the B tunnels as well. Cajun wants to get closer. Resmoke's in. That should be quite obvious as to where it was thrown from if it was spotted. And I don't think they were. I think they were just beyond the red crate, so no one would have seen that. However, Cajun has gone into battle. He's come out a prisoner of war. And by that, a casualty. As Rain takes him back, although he did get Nico beforehand. So not a bad situation, all things considered, to slow down the mid ever so slightly, but FaZe are still posted in good positions with lots of time to work with.
Yeah, that's the problem. The fact they have to be spread a little bit more thin now. Only got those UMPs, no kits, and 1 smoke remaining up against this full buy of FaZe. Kiyoshima flashbangs in towards Checkers. MSL's managing to avoid it. Stays alive for now. This is going to be playing on the fringe of the bomb site here. Hoping for the best, but Kiyoshima might go down here. He's got his wits around him, and indeed he does. But MSL, low HP, and Config chiming in. This is actually looking very good now. And it's going to be a back and forth affair. Just up to Alu now in the 2 versus 1. The UMPs have worked out for North. Was a bit of a brawl towards the B side. Alu, if he gets his bomb down, still has a shout within the round.
Bomb has been planted. How cool would it be if you could have a different voice? Imagine Anders saying that.
Yeah, like voice backs and Dota and stuff.
Yeah. The bomb has been planted. Are you kidding me?
That's actually a good idea.
I know. It's one of my good ones. I have a few of those. Alu can't land the shot, but he's in good position still as AZ drops in. Real chance to try and go for more, but Magisk on top of the case will pull back yet another round for North. It's 4-2 now.
Yeah, well, that was a big round for North, and Oh, an example of how powerful the UMP can be. I was going to say, getting a little bit close. I haven't got the sound off my headphones. But there it is. North, 5 UMPs towards middle, trading initially. But then as the B commitment came in, the smoke and mirror tactics deployed, pushing through in towards B storage, wrapping around the T's. And it was quite hard to keep up with. But North coming out on top in the 2 versus 1. And Alu finds 1 kill, but can't get much done. Mage's boy ahead of him in terms of the positioning. It's going to be round number 7 here. 4-2, North still with plenty of money, even though they came down to 1v1. They are managing to adjust span to the rifles, still within the reset potential though. So need to be very careful here. As the fast mid-control, like I said, FaZe do focus on this area. Swinging towards the connector position. MSL could be boosted here. The AWP could go up as well. So Cajun B looking towards Weasel with guaranteed kill here, but hits the leg. It's Rain that gets taken down to 17 HP.
17 will do. I only need 1.
Normally, yeah.
Just 1. So, well, sometimes I'll settle for 4.
Well, so you can just take like a decoy if it hits you or anything like that?
Nah, just, you know, the more the merrier. Nico heading towards Squeaky Door. It's going to be a shot from Kerrigan onto MSL, though, over toward B. Bomb not there, remember this.
What?
It's on A. Kerrigan.
How's he done that?
Is looking very good. Bomb's actually going to go back now. It looked like it was just going to wait for Kerrigan to create space, maybe cause a rotation. He certainly has done, but the rotation is only that of one man, Cajun B, who goes hunting, thinking that Kerrigan is likely clearing as he was doing, and the bomb's already rotated around to join him, so very well done.
What a sick round that was from Kerrigan. Pretty much single-handedly wins it. And after going down to 17 HP Rain, they had to adjust. Someone had to make something happen, and Kerrigan waltzes in towards the B side, gets 1. You think he's almost done at that point. He's had, like, I think it was 10 HP he was taken down to by himself, but he finds an amazing shot on config. And then at that point, Cajun B, like you said, trying to sift towards the spawn and find him, but gets taken down in the process as well. A clean sweep for FaZe, and presumably a very harsh reset for the Danish side here. North, $1,400 into this round, number 8, full eco, or they force into it, considering they're probably going to be double eco. Kerrigan, this kill, how did he not die here? Pre-fire came in as well. That was so fast. Very well done by Kerrigan. We caught him in the interview before this, and it was quite interesting to see he was actually presented with the option to kick Kirishima or Jacob, right? That could have been such a different team had he chosen to stick with Jacob, right?
Should have kicked them both and picked up me.
Yeah, well, I don't think that. He didn't know that option was available.
Wouldn't have lost in Katowice, tell you that much. At least not in the finals, just group stages.
Yeah.
Kirishima will get MSL. Speaking of the man himself, it is true. It's clear that Kerrigan has a vision as an in-game leader of what he wants, because why else would he choose to bring back Keo? He knows Keo is a puzzle piece that fit better. Speaking of fitting, it's going to be fitting that there's a gap in the smoke for config, but he can't do much with it, and FaZe continue to lead the charge, I have to say, in this game. And config's done a little disconnect.
It's had enough.
Yeah. Well, I imagine he's probably just fixing something now while he's got time in the round, so they'll slow the pace, perhaps allow that as much as anything.
Yeah, this was the force buy overall from North, but hasn't equated to too much. That's some damage towards Keo. That's about it, though. Mage's boy going to be smoked out, Molotoved out, and just trying to stay alive at this point. Got the PT-50 in hand, body armor as well, but there's so much pressure coming in at this point. He'll do very well to even find 1 frag. Gets it, so there it is. Did well.
Not bad, not great. Cajun goes down, so too does Majisk, AZ, Deagle. Pop flash around the corner. But bomb already planted. He's going to just try and hold for exits, including the position he was looking down where Nico now occupies.
Oof.
Bye-bye. Thanks for playing.
Yeah, it has to be another eco here. That was the full investment from North. Went with the Deagles, PT-50s. Got a frag, but that's all they'll get out of it. 6-2, and not really much I can invest into this one. It's going to be quite a rough round for them overall. We'll get into it, though. We'll see whether they invested a single dollar here. I doubt it. 5 USPs once again. This is looking pretty grim for North overall. It's almost guaranteed to be 7-2. Into the next round, they get 2,400. And they've been rolling with a double orb, so that won't be an option. I'm not even sure a single orb option there. Rush middle, hope for the best. Hopefully get a trade or kill each other. That's an option as well.
That's a pretty quick round. Henry?
Yeah, you might as well, right? You know it's going to be a guaranteed loss. So why don't you just try and rush middle, maybe get a couple of trades, you never know. And they got 1 kill, killed each other as well. Team kill coming in there. So a pause. This is your chance to just work out, right, money's in the bin. We can't buy an AWP at all. We were running double AWPs before. So config. That's why they probably need to adjust their setup, right? They probably need to start sending 2 players towards B, or at least one in the vents. Config needs to play a little bit more defensive, can't be as aggro as was before, or they throw in like an aggressive A-main tactic like we saw in the first gun round. Chuck that in, try and get that first kill. You'll be very limited here in terms of no kits and potentially no incendiaries as well. So with the lack of incendiaries means middle controls will be very difficult indeed. You can't block off the initial mid-rush, which FaZe like to do. So I'm predicting right now, North maybe push 3 players towards B, something like that, or maybe get an aggro kill in towards that squeaky door A main position. We'll see what they decide to do. AZ is getting aggressive towards A main, flashing in. Will commit as well. They actually blind each other. It's a bit sloppy overall, but we said they have to try and contest kills here. At least they got A main control. That's something to work with here.
Good shot from MSL. Has to fade back inside of the smoke, and as he does so, down goes Config and cajunB. They push into the B site quickly, too quickly for MSL to have a gun in his hands. And do not bring a smoke nade to a gunfight, Henry.
Yeah, it won't work out too well. So North actually managing to come out on top of this initial exchange towards B. Lots of players running through smokes, and it's easy to stay alive. He's waiting towards heaven as well, and Mage's Boy watching CT spawn. So they have an inkling that Carrigan's going towards B, and they think he's going to push through to CT spawn. That's not the case. He's actually booked it and gone towards A, but still reasonable positions. Mage's Boy will start to think this is a possibility now and readdress the situation. Back towards the A side. 45 seconds to work with here. Carrigan with no nades. Comes down to lovely shots on the entry here. Doesn't spot him. Definitely going to 60 by 9 right there. Calling that. I saw on my screen. I was watching Carrigan the whole time, and he clearly saw him, but he must be on black bars.
You mean 4x3?
Yeah, what did I say?
You yelled 16 by 9.
Oh, yeah, like I mean, he's not using it.
Right,
yeah,
okay, that's fair.
That,
Was it?
Yours would be more accurate.
Yeah, Alu doesn't use it. Yeah, he goes black bar.
Yeah, you can see, I saw it clearly on his screen. He would have. That's the thing, I get that it feels like, I don't know, maybe the models are bigger when you kind of have that set up, but I feel like when you're missing out frags, it happens so many times. I feel like you're more beneficial using 6 by 9. I think it's nuts how many times you see that happen, but still. Fastest approach once again from North and towards A main. Flashes are decent, but looks like FaZe want to challenge this time. They just trying to step up, but smoke out buys them a bit more time.
MSL will watch a Molotov ignite in front of him and enjoy the flames from afar. It's like a bonfire. Invite your friends, get the marshmallows, sit on the beach and watch the sunset. Or don't, because it's cloudy now and he can't see through the clouds, which means the enemies can get ever closer inside of middle. AZ will wait inside of the A site. There's smoke off behind himself and then continue to veer down the highway. They've got a decent defense inside of A, 3 players there. But what they don't have anymore is control of middle and a rotation toward B. Very good position already from Rain.
Yeah, this is looking dangerous now, but Config steps up there. If he finds this frag, they might have a chance. They're still very limited here. Looking in the barrel of another full reset. They can't string rounds together, it seems. Still within a shot of winning this one, but the nice open plan from Nico suggests this might not be possible. They might be better off just saving the AWP and 2 rivals. I think that's exactly what they're going to do. And Mage's Boy spots the AWP at Alu, watching from Useless, and this is the chance to fall back now. But FaZe, they're probably going to be on the full hunt here. They've got plenty of money to work with here, even after the guaranteed win of this round, where they're going to get $3,500 on top of what they already have, which is like 6K. They're always certainly due for that. Even though they all go down and they just find 1 kill, that's going to be enough to limit the CTs going forward. They don't really want to let them save 3 weapons here. So you can see them in the minimap. Pincering in right now. It's Kiyoshima coming from Highway, and he might just find the kill on Mage's Boy. His barrel isn't sticking out quite. He's positioned quite nicely. He's always going to be guaranteed this kill. It's a bit dicey, but he finds 2.
Not bad. Just needs to make sure he doesn't get confronted before the end of the round. 14 HP and won't be spotted by Nico. FaZe Clan, though, they're leading the way, Henry. They are.
Yeah, but North, nice discipline there. They're still not too worried about the situation. We still have a few rounds to go. They can tie this up at 8-7. If they lose those rifles and that AWP in that round, then they've got a serious problem. They can readjust with the UMPs here. They've won a round already with 5 UMPs, so this is looking almost better than that. And we'll see whether Occasion can step up here. He's actually going in towards A main once again. The flashes are good. They're actually relentlessly facing this area. It's going to be an exchange to kick things off. Ali to find the first frag of the AK-47. It's Carrigan on the orb this time. MSL answers back, but Ace is going to have the 2 HP. I think he was actually burning alive at the main entrance through the Molotov there. MSL keeps stepping up here. He was actually playing originally middle for North when they first got into this map, but now he seems more comfortable towards the B side of the area, and Carrigan finds the second frag.
Rain will put himself in a position behind the smokes to try and get toward the bomb. Has to wait for the flames to extinguish before he can do so. That brings AZ above. Down he goes. Sees Nico shoulder peeking in. The AK gets drawn in time. Jessica's gone back into the site. That's a big kill. They had things under control until there. Cajun has smoke in front of him. He's going to try and utilize the op to get back in, but Nico continues to watch toward that smoke, and he's going to have a tough time. Nico's backed off now to watch the vent instead. Tap of the bomb, 47 seconds, trying to bait in Cajun. He makes it this far at least, but he's got to be so careful. Head shows. Kerrigan takes it off.
They know he's the AWPer. There's not really much he can do. You've kind of ascertained that Heaven's not going to be an option for them. And Kerrigan, he's having an excellent game so far. 15 fragged after 12 rounds. That's not bad at all. And he, once again, steps up that hope shot towards headshot as well. MSL looking like he's causing a lot of trouble there. He gets shut down. And like we said, North just can't string anything together here. They win a round. They save weapons in the previous ones, so they managed to get at least some money into that round. But this one has to be a full eco. 9-3. And this could be a very dominating scoreline. Rain will find one, make it two, but I guess that's enough. He's worked out to full eco at this stage, and he won't be giving the weapon away. That's being patrolled by his teammates. That's Alu. Obviously got the AWP. He'll be holding towards that storage area. And Carragher on the other side of the map, still doing good work. And a double orb set up on the T side.
Trying to do a little bit more than that even, but Kerrigan's had enough. Puts him in his place. Kiyoshima comes around. Just continues to add up, doesn't it? It's like a floodgate, overwhelming. It's just washing over North right now.
Yes, washing over them in an awesome wave. We'll see what they can do in round number 14 here. No money for orbs once again. There is enough for a decent buy though. 5 and 4s, a couple of incendiaries, no kits. That's a problem. Well, they have been very aggressive towards A side of the map, and to be fair, relatively successful as well. But it looks like FaZe have shut that down at this point, molotoving towards the entrance to that area and actually denying them to be together. Nico, very fast towards Squeaky, I have to say. He's got something up his sleeve here. He might just open it up straight away and try and knock one of them out. Ali to strike first, and Carragher was gifted a kill on a plate there. Actually missed the shot slightly. Up to Cage to try and reply here, but Nico takes him down.
Takes him down indeed. Easy. Yeah. Quick reload on the Howl. Swing around the corner though to get down Alu. Continue in. Spots Kerrigan on high. Can't reset his aim fast enough to find one beyond that though, as he'll fall to Rain. As Rain falls. But it's Config.
Careful, Nico. Not worth it yet.
Well, it's Nico. Here I go. Just needs to play the information. Good shot from Config. Goes early.
Shocking.
Gets all three. He's got lots of time. It's a great round from Config and some weird commitments from FaZe.
Shocking.
Calm down, Henry. Be positive.
I don't know. They deserve a bit of stick for that one. Like, they're getting it. So you see teams do this all the time. They get ahead of themselves. They're having a very easy time. Huge scoreline. And then it's 3-on-1 situation. Make him touch the bomb. Why is everyone challenging? That killed his way fair to Rain. He doesn't have, he has no idea as we push through the smoke. That's very well played by Config. Don't get me wrong. But Nico's position, you can see he was like so antsy just to he wanted to face, he wanted to get it nailed and finish it off. He's trying to look up at the smoke. Just make him touch the bomb. Like, his teammate's so far removed from the situation as well. He's rotating in from CT spawn. And he gets absolutely closed on. He didn't stand a chance there. Just wait for him to touch a bomb. Then they could have been AFK and won the round. That's the point. Obviously, they didn't know he didn't have a kit, but at the same time, bomb was ticking away. Let's get into this level, shall we?
I usually go AFK. It's something I do, even when casting most of the time.
It's true.
Kiyoshima will take back one onto MSL, and Kyo looking for a little bit more. Can't quite get Config this time. No, it does on the repeat. It only brings us level, though, because there's been decent kills off the action. Config getting one, but Easy getting the other. Cajun is done for. Would have been a roasty toasty, but Nico blows his head off instead. Fronts to Chipotle. As Nico turns around to find AZ. And it's going to be just Magisk in a 1 versus 2. Over the top, does see the head inside. Nico spotted. That'll bring us level. However, 19 HP. Bomb not planted. He's got a lot of work to do. Molotov's going to go deep from where the bomb is. Rain's easily going to be able to grab that.
What a risk.
Yeah, thinks it's going to be going toward vent for Magisk. Rain goes open. Is a huge risk to do so.
He's actually outgamed Magisk here so badly. He's going to get information. He's gone towards vent at this point. Open plan as well. Magisk have no idea he's gone towards heaven. This is beautiful stuff from Rain.
Rain's not going to go heaven, though. He's going to wait for door. It's planted for him either way. Doesn't even need to wait. Just covers the cross. Well done, Rain.
Yeah, rough off there for North. Only getting 4 rounds on the board and getting reset every single time they won a gun round. Lots of aggression shown from them, but it wasn't enough to find much more than that. To be fair, FaZe did throw away that round in the 3-on-1, and maybe that's enough for North to come back in the second half. We will find out after the break.
The standings continue to change each and every night. It's a close league. This game not as close. 11-4 as FaZe do dictate the pace and play style of the first half. They'll swap over to CT. We'll see if North are doing any better on the attack.
Yeah, getting the pistol on the T side. We'll have a look at the buys and see where we can work out where they're heading towards. There's 2 main options, really. A lot of teams either opt for the delayed B rush or they go towards A storage, smoke highway, and try and overwhelm the quad area. We'll see whether the buy indicates which one will be. One smoke for AZ. So there's still both options possible. You can use that smoke towards CD spawn if you do rush towards B, but very likely it will be used towards A. But actually, I think the smoke has been deployed and connected. That suggests maybe a boost position here and an A split coming in after that. It is indeed. Up towards highway you go.
Well, Config will start off. Cajun beside him, they'll go in together. Rain sits well back inside of A main, looks for a shot with USP, doesn't get it. MSL finds it instead. That's going to allow a very wide and open plant. And things starting well for North, they could end up picking up the pistol, Henry, and that would at least bring us to something along the lines of 11-7, if all things go the way they should.
Yeah, still within a chance there. So FaZe have got the defuse kit on the belt of Kiyoshima. Not committing just yet. The flashbang's decent. It's going to buy them a bit of time, and Kiyoshima finds one. Looking to get the second as well. KGB's low, but AZ stepping up at this point. Faces from quad and should secure the round. Alu just on 4 HP. Kiyoshima finding some room to work with here, but surely could be punished. A great shot from Alu, though. Still within a shout. KGB now in the 2v1. The full defuse has to come in. Does he go down?
Wow.
Oh,
Cajun just barely gets back in time.
Yeah, just about. He gets his teammate. There's 2 seconds left on the clock as that full defuse commitment comes in. So North looked very comfortable at one stage, and Alu and Kiyoshima doing some great work to actually get the advantage, but couldn't defuse the bomb. FaZe will be force buying, and then some. Alu's got him with the Nova. After getting a few pistol round kills, he's going to have Nova body armor. His teammates with Desert Eagles at 5.7s. Strange approach. Let's see where he decides to go.
It's Luna. Going for the Luna build. Race car Luna best. Get that Yasha early. That's what I always say. And if you do so, well, you'll be able to farm like a madman. All of that said, it's MSL out toward the squeaky door. See if he can find the opening he's looking for by doing exactly that with the door. Inside the site, though, it's Nico and Rain with pistols that wait. Rain already tagged down to 32 based on the initial exchange in toward A main. Just checks above the drop. No one trying to counter off that position from the CT side just yet. No aggression. They're actually staying quite passive, all things considered. No one pushing in toward B tunnels either. Bomb getting ever closer toward the A site, though. This should be a full hit. In fact, all 5 of them look like they want to go. Thankfully, no stack. Door opens. Nico's not going to budge. Wants to get this headshot. Wants to line it up. Can't do so. Goes back for more. Third try. Not quite the charm. Going to be an immediate entrance with flashes off. Rain and Nico both in a full blindness. Can do nothing of it. This round should be done already.
Yeah, good work from North overall. A methodical play, not giving too much away. And actually, MSL continuing some impressive form from what we saw him in the CT half. Managed to get both kills here, and Alu will be trying to save his Nova. I find that an interesting buy for an AWPer. It doesn't really make sense for him to invest all his money, especially in a weapon like that. I guess if he finds a kill of it, it's $900 in the bag, but if he gets nothing, it's not really going to be too beneficial going forward. We'll see what he can do. Still alive for now, though. And a clean sweep for North. Doesn't look like they'll be giving a single frag away here. But Kiyashima, he's got other ideas. Very good at the deagle. Can't connect this time. Alu's going to lose the aforementioned Nova. Does damage, but can't quite find the frag. Takes AZ down to 18 HP, but he'll meet his fate with the Glock. It's going to be Carrigan now, doing some more damage there. And they still haven't found a frag, and he'll just be trying to stay alive. His head armor might just be found. There it is.
Fire it.
Yep. Spray him
you're
down.
there.
Yeah, not going to be too beneficial there. Now we have a game on our hands. 3-0 will be coming in. Like I said, 11-7. Very probable at this point. Nothing invested into round number 3 here. So FaZe, maybe a rush B or a rush middle like we saw from North on their full eco rounds. And the AWP won't be possible going forward. So Alu, he's down to $900. And we talked about it so much at StarLadder. It seemed like they were getting away from this. Alu force buying on the second round to actually have one of your biggest assets, like a world-class AWP, having the AWP. That's going to be beneficial going forward. They still make a mistake here, in my opinion. Not really worth it.
Yeah, they don't like that. Why would you do something that makes logical sense?
Just a note as well, Nico, 5 for 8. He's
Yeah,
the
I
lowest
haven't said
fragging.
his name much. He's definitely struggling.
Yeah, lowest fragging player on the server. That's very rare to see from a player of this caliber.
See how things unfold for him as this game continues on. If it goes deep, he may need to step up eventually. Cajun's been all right, I have to say.
Well, he's always that player. Whenever they find themselves in ruts, he goes nuts at a clutch, right? And it's what normally saves him. It happened a couple of times at StarLadder. And the level of CS they were playing in the group stage wasn't really good enough, but he saved him a few times here, talking over this foregone conclusion. Will be North taking that round. A couple of frags coming for FaZe. That's going to help out, but you can see Alu with no AWP. He's a proficient rifler, but he's so good with the AWP. It just doesn't make sense for him to force by that second round and not have it. And this could be an opening now for North. They will have the AWP. It's in the back of Cajun for now. And Nico. Let's see if he can step over here. He actually got both frags in the previous round with the USP, so he's up to 7 now. We'll see whether he can find any more. Before, and Cajun will keep an eye on him for now. He's heading towards A storage, and Nico looking to push through maybe the smoke and A main.
Boost up. Nico going to be the one inside of the corner at A. Anyone dare walk through? That's a punishing thought. Should he get his game? Round that could save the stats at the least. If they head this direction. If they head this direction, they will. Door open. They're already in the site. He'll take down Forklift. Looks to his right. Realizes they are in. Gets one more. Nico goes down, but he's done well enough to buy off a favorable situation with bomb being planted as well. Cajun's got no idea they're already in the site. Keo can see him. Doesn't want to fire too soon. Keo still makes it work.
Still makes it work. FaZe Clan with the 5 rifles managing to hold on here. Nico stepping up. Gets 2 kills. Up to Major's boy now. And they're still a little bit apprehensive about getting towards the bomb. They should be able to go full defuse at this point, but no kit. That is a problem. He finds this kill. Could fall apart, but Alu, he holds strong there. And like I said, no kit. Kiyashima has to get off that bomb at that point with no kit. Could have got very interesting indeed. Unfortunately, North can't get back into the round. 3 versus 1. Certainly possible there. But money available for both sides here. As we get into it, you can see 7K on config, and they're all coming out once again for Cajun. With that bomb going down, it's an extra $800 per player, and they already had the 3-0, so very comfortable still going forward. It's FaZe they need to watch out. After even losing 1 frag in that scenario actually limits them somewhat, and the full eco still has a lot of potential if they lost this round. Ali with the AWP this time, towards B he goes. Nothing really given away from the teams to kick things off. They will be challenging towards A storage. AZ's got full control of that area. Nico, for now, in front of the squeaky door. Does open it up. We'll be falling back.
Alu sits to wait to bait in Carrigan. Config is the one that's closest by. Watch the nade go over, because that's going to be perfectly timed with the boost. Just down to 80. Jisk. Still being put up in that position. Has to see if he can get an aid toward config, if they can get middle, if they can pull back a rotation, if they can get Alu out toward B, which they've done now, or at least started the consideration thereof. Can be beneficial. That's going to signal the fact that there is in fact one there. They've given up mid though entirely again, FaZe.
Yeah, well, that's kind of interesting considering Alu's towards the B side. Normally that's absolutely fine if they AWP towards quad, but it looks like they're adjusting right now. Nico and Rain might be flashing towards Squeaky Door eventually. They've got an interesting stack in front of it for now. I'm not really sure what the general plan is going forward. It's a little set up.
I thought he could see that. I thought X-Ray wasn't misleading. That's a good shot. Good patience from Cajun, takes down Kiyoshima. And it all explodes in the favor of North as well. They're going to go 12-8 as this round looks like it's done. FaZe Clan already looking to try and establish territory to sit camp and hold their weapons.
Yeah, and like you said, that's a big reset round for FaZe as well. They give it up with a nice shot from Cajun, to be fair, to actually spot that from the wide box. It's a nice opening. Strange setup from FaZe. As soon as they lose that one frag on the A side, they push in towards the Squeaky Door, but it's easily traded. And MSL, the only casualty so far for North. It's up to Alu now and Carrigan to save their weapons. They are together in T-spawn. But once again, for similar reasons we described in the first half, certainly worth the hunt for North. We'll see whether they fully commit here. Their money's not amazing. They probably won't go all in towards T-spawn knowing Alu's still alive here, but still definitely worth having a look around and seeing whether anyone makes a mistake. This should signal that they won't bother anymore and they might just try and hold on to their weapons themselves. Looks like it will be the CTs holding on. They only get 1,400 the next round, so they can't really do much of this. They're probably forced to it, considering they've got an Alu AWP and Carrigan on the M4 as well. Having a look at the money. Rain with just under 3K. Nico and Kiyoshima with pretty much default cash. So they will be buying into this somewhat. UMP's thrown over, body armor purchased, and I think this makes sense. You're going to be here regardless, so might as well see what you can try and do with the AWP. Alu towards middle this time, won't be in the B site. Wants to be part of the action.
He's with Kiyoshima, as you say, wanting to be part of the action. AZ's going to wait as well toward A main. Bomb is there. We probably head that direction anytime, I'm sure, as they get flashed in. Nico checks door, closes it off. If he'd been a second later, MSL might have been able to be there, either blinded and taken down by the light, or to respond. As it is, it's inconsequential aside from the fact that the door's shut and MSL has no information inward.
Real rough round there for FaZe. Time ticking away. They don't really have much information to work with here. Alu's desperately trying to find that first pick, but looks like the A commitment will be coming in. Molotovs all over the place, and Alu finds the first pick here. Nico burning alive, but finds a gap, and he'll be pushing through the smoke and trying to make something happen with this UMP.
Smoke. Position. No boost onto the fork. Nothing to go over top of it. Instead, though, Nico can swing back out. They would never expect two to be that close together. Excuse me. As it is going to be Nico to find yet another on occasion B. FaZe potentially getting their 13th round, Henry?
I would say that's very likely at this stage. 30 seconds remaining. Majus boy. A main. And don't give him anything to work with. Your money's limited. Make him plan. You've got 2 in B, 2 in A. No one needs to push into A main. Gave away a bit of a howler earlier, so let's try and make this as clean as possible. He's got no nades to work with, so he has to cross to the side here. Alu, he's got it locked down. This should be clean cut. Okay, so there we go. So Nico finding 3 kills in a row. So to come to life here. That's a big one for them to pick up as well. Bit of a gamble, considering they saved the M4 and AWP to force around that. To be fair, though, it's actually the UMP that saves the day. 3 kills with that weapon, and now they've got a double AWP set up. 13-8. That was a big round. That was the window for North to really sink their teeth into this cash map, but doesn't look like that'll be the case now. It's back and forth in terms of the economy. Looked like North were in a very strong position at one stage, but now down to 2 pistols, 2 AKs, and Cajun B's AWP. Pressure on his shoulders once more.
Well, he's up to it. I assure you he is.
This round pretty much decides it, and Nico, he's in the secondary AWP position this time, takes down AZ. Big scalp to take. That's one of the AKs as well. As we get into it, 1 minute 30 remaining. You have to try and recover that AK. I think it's in a relatively easy position. There it is. So Majus boy was showing some presence. That suggests they might go back towards B. Just arbitrary Molotov thrown in there. Didn't really amount to too much. As they do start to head back towards middle. They've left A for now, the T side.
Smoke down still. Slowly giving it. No, Cajun, timing everything. Is going to walk out and find the opening pick at middle. A return fire from their perspective, as we did go back to a 4-on-4. And speaking of 4, all 4 of the terrorists over toward the B tunnels, see if they can work their way through and to the site with quick ease. Grace and, unlike me, some dignity. As Kerrigan waits inside the tunnels, could back off. They've got to make sure they cover that on the way through. Alu, he's going to have to do it alone. They found Kerrigan all too simply, and Cajun B's got the opening. You said this round could decide it for FaZe Clan, but it keeps North in it, certainly if they pick it up. And they've got all the ingredients to try and do so.
Yeah, back-to-back force buys here, working out of either side. And it's going to be North that still went away here. They did have the Cajun B AWP. We said he had to step up. He finds 2 very influential kills there. His teammate swarming the B site and managing to give away 1 frag. That's AZ, who went down to the AWP at the start. So very well recovered from North. FaZe, now we're trying to save their weaponry here. They did go into this round with a double AWP. They'll be leaving off 1. Nico is holding that for now. Rain with the AK-47. So in terms of their money, that's another reset getting towards the CTs. Nico can drop a weapon. Rain, not so much. He can probably get a UMP over to a teammate. They'll definitely force buy in return. They don't want to allow North money to get in a decent position here, so they'll be getting towards Sunroom, saving 4 players there. And KGB back on the AWP, doing some seriously good work there. 13-9. Starting to become realistic for them.
Definitely is, definitely. And it would be a shame for FaZe to drop this game after the start they had. Would highlight perhaps the small difference of the round you were quite triggered by.
Yeah. Just the small things, right?
All the small things. Didn't really like Blink-182 when I was a kid.
Didn't check out their new album last year?
No, definitely not. Didn't like them at all, actually.
Wow.
Thought they were just generic. As Config will take down Nico. Not a bad position, as it is going to be North again, continuing on, as you say, last round. Very, very important for the economy. It's kept things pretty straightforward. Rain has picked up an AK. Whether or not he decides to carry that over into the next round for money reasons, yet to be determined. Could do, you know. Might not be the worst situations to be in. They're only going to get 2 rounds bonus, and they're sitting around 2,600. So I think that's got to be his plan. And his plan foiled.
This is now looking like North can actually make quite a convincing case to take this map. Another force buy from FaZe. They lost minutes at 2nd stage now, so getting a bit of money to work with here. I don't think the AWP is possible. So 4 M4s and a UMP for Carrigan. This is pretty much their last chance of trying to shut down North here. He's starting to get in a really promising situation. Round number 9. I'll have a look at the setup for the CTs here. 3 towards middle this time. They have had a few rounds of leaving it completely open. Let them down slightly, so Rain will be towards mid. Drawn by Carrigan in the vents as well, and Kiyoshima gets towards the sandbag area. Difficult position to play. Normally get Molotov'd out. Let's see whether we can get anything going from there whatsoever. Cajun back towards B storage. Config, like we discussed in the pre-game, very good at sneaking in towards Checkers, and he's trying to do that right now. Firing some key smokes there. Doesn't get anything for it just yet. Those smokes will go down. And we'll see whether North can start to dissect this side of the map.
Dissection or vivisection. That all goes to play for. As Cajun posted, waiting for his teammates to get positioned on the entrance through. Feet show though, Alu from heaven. Nearly takes Config. All it does is signal Config to say exactly where he wants to shoot. He picks up the kill immediately. Kiyoshima, meanwhile, at middle, still has to deal with the fact that AZ wants the position. Rain is close enough by, though. Flashed in. He can capitalize, and he will. Bit of a round unfolding, but FaZe is still down in numbers. They've got to pull this back with just watching the vents, and there's no way in. They're already backing out. Rain's already gone. This is going to now be at 13-11. Remember, this was 11-4 at half, so good comeback on the mount for North. We'll see if they can continue it.
I think they will. They're looking very assertive right now. Actually getting some decent map control, and FaZe focusing towards middle there. Actually had the manpower to rotate in. Couldn't get anything going. It's only Rain that finds a single kill to take down AZ once again. He seems to be having a bit of a rough time right now, but his team are winning rounds, so it doesn't matter. Once again, we keep going on about it, but FaZe's money now is going to be well and truly in a horrible state. They will be saving 3 M4s at the moment, which could be almost their downfall, right? It sounds great, but the 2 players will force around this, have to reinvest in nades. Still won't be a great buy, and that could be an ongoing trend as we get into round number 10 here. 13-11, great work from Config. We say he's so good on that B side of the map, and he prevails once again. Here we go, though. What's the option? Do they force up into this? It looks like they will. Buying grenades It's Alu without a weapon, and Karrigan is a P250, so that's good. I wanted them to avoid fully forcing into this round, just for the reason as stated. Keep forcing into it, you're going to keep ruining your own money. They still have a lead for now. Keep forcing that could actually slip away. So this round is unlikely they'll pick it up, but they still have 3 players with M4s and a size like FaZe. It's still possible for them.
Smoke down. Cajun tries to get the shot immediately, can't. Has to back away, has no vision, so get the op in another position where perhaps Rain will be. Nico's going to push behind one smoke. Rain's already inside of A main. He's at lockers. He'll post up and be in a perfect position when they walk through. All Alu has to do is be passive-aggressive and just try and fake them in. Meanwhile, though, it's over toward B. Cajun blinded up, nearly gets taken down. They manage to pull it back. But still all to play for. Alu's gone to 23. The other 2 still with weapons. Give a slight chance in this.
Certainly. But it's getting quite tense now. Alu with just a USP. Tries to push in. The timing's almost perfect. He's going to be between Config and the rest of the pack here. His footsteps towards T-spawn as well, so he might be able to get the drop on him here. This is the low HP player as well. Config is 4 HP. Alu could actually find himself a weapon here. Almost guaranteed if he hits 1 bullet, that will be enough. And is hoping he walks past at this point. Easy kill. Job done. Here we go then. 3 on 3.
3 on 3. But changed already. Brought back 2 on 2. Easy, though, will get down Nico, and that means it is 1 on 1. Alu is going to try and pull this back. He's coming in through the squeaky door. I didn't see if the door was open or not. It is. Okay, good. Thankfully for his sake, because he can slip in. Missed a shot, though, and that might give it away because he's low on HP. Gets the headshot either way. FaZe will find themselves toward 14.
That's insane. How's Alu got away with that? AZ, you'd think he knows he's low HP at that point. They know exactly where he's coming from. He doesn't look towards the squeaky door, but he gets away with it. Alu misses the first shot, then walks into his crosshair. Alu, call as you like, he is very good at the clutches. He seems to win most of them, and that's a big round for him to pick up. It certainly was a difficult situation for them. 3 M4s and 2 players on full eco. Alu finds an AK-47 towards that mid-storage area. And you can see some nice kills from the north side to open things up. But 14-11, FaZe are back into it from what was looking like a very grim situation. 2 orbs once again, Nico and Alu. Nico's actually caught up in terms of the fragging in the second half. He's actually top of the scoreboard.
And yet
FaZe
is losing.
Yeah, right.
It's kind of ironic. If it was Mouse Sports, it'd be when they were winning.
Well, we'll see whether this round equates to victory for FaZe so far. Looking very promising. Rain with 2 M4 kills and Alu chiming in with a 3rd. It's just up to Cajun and Config now, trying to avoid match points. They do have money in reserve here, so still the option of overtime. That's a missed shot from Nico, but does get the information.
Nico getting back in behind the quad stack boxes. Gets on the fence to elevate himself to get a better, deeper smoke without revealing too much. And watch inside toward A main, but double checks with his teammates to confirm they have highway covered off. Now, he sees them walk through. Doesn't fire the shot, does see the second. He's expecting perhaps even that they want to go for that reverse boost.
Yeah, I think they thought they had a bit more cover to work with there, but it wasn't the case. Nico watches them try and boost up, and he finds both frags there with the AWP. Well read by him. And the grey screen's eluding north there. So like we said, they do have enough money for potentially the last round here. 15-11, be 5 AKs, no Cajun B AWPs, but still enough to try and force overtime. I'll take 4 rounds in a row here. FaZe. So many force buys and eco victories. They've managed to at least get match point at this stage. Molotov towards middle. Pretty standard setup for the city so far. And it looks like a bit of aggression from Nico towards A storage here. AZ's already making it to first box, but Karrigan will strike first and bring his team 1 step closer to taking map number 1 here.
Nico in behind the forklift. They could indeed take map number 1 to escape defeat. Doors open in the time that Nico resets that AWP. But no aggression further. But just meanwhile boosted up in mid. Smoke to go in. MSL's also pulled it back. Not done just yet. And the money would still be quite grim for FaZe. Good shot from Alu though, gets Cajun back. Another one boosted over the top in Cubby, if I'm not mistaken. No, Majiska's is still above, okay. So he can still back off if he needs to, more important. Or more to the point, because Alu's watching like a hawk toward that mid position.
45 seconds.
That's what I'm saying.
Guaranteed kill for Alu. He's not going to miss those.
Yep. That's why I was glad to see him on the roof still, because he could fall away, but elects not to. That's what I'm saying. AZ, keep going inside of the site, though. Cover it off, 2 versus 4. If you can walk in and find the opening pick toward Kiyoshima, chance they get the bomb rotated around. The problem is the bomb itself is going to be greeted. It's going to be confronted by Carrick, and as soon as they get toward the generator, good find from AZ. It still gives them a chance. Somehow they pull this back to a dead situation. Alu can't find the opening shot. That'll allow a safe plant back corner. Rotation will arrive from the same position, and they'll play for trades. MSL. They just find Rain. The first done. Flash out. Alu with it all to do has the first 2 kills to make the round look like it was all theirs to win. It's now all theirs to lose, and they will.
MSL stepping up. That was a very difficult situation for them, but he's very disciplined there, patient, dropping the flashbangs or giving anything away. He's trying to limit Alu as much as he possibly could. Perfect timing there. And North find a lifeline after losing the first 2 frags. That's actually a 5-on-3 at one stage. They step up, manage to get the bomb down in B, and the clutch goes in their favor. But FaZe, of course, they want to close this out right here, right now. Alu can afford an AWP, so they force around it. Nico with the UMP. Kiyoshima just down to a pistol, though. I hope he's holding middle with a very tall order in terms of fragging potential there. Under 13, and he's just signaling he's using his 5-7. That's going to bait Cajun B to at least try and challenge at this point. Kiyoshima can't face any further. He knows exactly where he is. Smoke comes in as well. Cajun is waiting for a mistake to be made at this point.
Cajun B is indeed waiting for someone to overcommit to the peak. No one will. North winning that round, as you can see, limits the money. FaZe want to try and force it to end it now, Henry. Stop the abuse.
Well, it's Config, who's just feeling our B storage at this point. Alu will be looking to challenge him. He's baiting his teammate in Carrigan as well. So even if he misses the shot, or if he gets it, he's hoping there'll be more T players waiting on the other side. But it's Carrigan now. He's almost certainly going to be found by Config. Easy kill. Why is he not killing? Hello?
Just waiting. Seeing if there's more. More where that came from. Surprised they didn't see more of that there. Nico. That's not the boost. Looked like they were going to. Thinks better of it. And Alu has to be very careful. I think his hind end showed. Misses a shot. It's going to bring them in for the vents. He's not sure which way to look. I think overtime still is a possibility in this game, Henry.
Yeah, for sure. This is another big round for North to pick up. And it's Config and Code to find the frags. Majors boys get the second. And here we go then. I think they just have to save here. Don't really have the grounds to even attempt the retake here. No kits. Only 1 rifle, and Kiyoshima on a pistol as well. It's not looking too great for them overall. But there it is, North actually doing a very good job once again. Config, so deadly on the B side of the map. You could see exactly what Carrigan's trying to do, hoping he wouldn't be towards Sunroom, but exactly that's where he was. And it was weird from Config's point of view. I think he'd go straight for that kill. It was looking like he was looking dead at him. Waited about 3 seconds, but still gets the kill. As we get into the save situation for FaZe. AZ, they've got plenty of to work with there. Spamming potential boost spot there. Not going to be the case for now. And there will be 3 FaZe players remaining. Didn't get much in terms of scavenging for weapons there. They do bring an M4 and a UMP. That's about it. But North now, I think I agree with you. I think it's a very strong chance of it being overtime. FaZe can't really justify forcing this round, even though they have an M4. They're going to have, what is it, 3rd stage loss bonus next round, so 2,400 on top of their 2K. So just try and do what you can, find a few kills this round. If Rain can get 2 kills, it's an extra $600 into the next one. So that's going to be a main objective. Try and find some frags here.
Try and find some frags. Everyone, have fun. Do your thing. We'll all work together. Or will we? You're no longer hired by us, MSL. You're just dead. Cajun gets a shot on the op. And Rain to wait for the reverse boost. Could capitalize actually on this because they're still indecisive as to where they're going. Cajun's watching it very closely, knowing that they gave up middle, but timing is everything. Rain could absolutely strike here and steal a round away, and that could be the game. He's going to wait. Cajun's gone. No longer watching it. AZ rotating off. Perfect timing! Oof. Nearly missed the shot. He's got to smoke himself off in the corner. Cajun can easily bust around with the Tech 9 to take him out. Dodges the flash, reads it better, and it's pulled back 2 versus 2.
Bit of a weird decision there from Rain. I thought he was just trying to stay alive. Opts for the fight, and now it's down to the 2-on-2. Leaving Carrigan just a P250 and no armor. Cajun B and Config got plenty of time to work with here. Quite a formidable duo on paper. Let's see whether they can rise to the occasion here. Kiyoshima, a decent position towards A main. We'll see whether he can find anything at all. Both the T players towards middle for now. And having a look as to where Carrigan is. He's actually waiting in checkers. So time now is starting to tick away. That's a bit of an issue. And they're coming from the vents. Carrigan's waiting for them. He can't find a single kill, though, and that should be the round tied up. Kiyoshima, he's going for the long con, walking all the way in from the mid-warehouse. Bomb will be planted. He's got 2 kills to find and no kip. This is almost guaranteed to be a North round at this point.
North round indeed, perhaps. Molotov down, Config just watching to see if there'll be any entrance from that point. And they'll take down Kiyoshima. We go the 30th round. I think we've got another 6 after that, potentially.
I think so as well. So FaZe, after having such a massive lead into this one, it's been the resilience of North actually winning so many situations. They lose the first pick, just grouping up and having very intelligent clutch situations like 4-on-2s, 3-on-2s, pulling it back every single time. And it has to be said, Config is stepping up drastically every single time. Carrigan looked like he was going to do enough at that point as well, waiting by the vent. If he gets 1 kill, it's enough for Kiyoshima to maybe work with that point, but it's so far away, difficult for him to actually make anything happen. Walks in, taken down. So final tactical pause here before we get to round number 30. In terms of the buy available for FaZe, it's going to be 4-on-4s and Carrigan down to the SMG. So in terms of kits, 1 of those and 1 incendiary. This should almost certainly be a North round. They're looking very strong right now. And unless FaZe presents something very aggressive, potentially, I don't see them actually being able to hold off a full execution at this point.
Yeah, they've certainly struggled throughout the course of this half. Their best chance was to break that economy and steal the momentum. As soon as North got a footing back in this, it's the same challenge all over again. And the problem is they've run out of time.
Yeah, 10-4 here at the moment. In the second half, it was 11-4 in favor of FaZe in the first half, so giving equal treatment back as North. And overtime looms. We'll see what happens. We have a decent spawn for Rain. Maybe we should follow him in the start, see if he wants to try and find a pick. We'll jump on board with him. He goes towards middle for now. He has tried boosting a few times, and maybe they'll try that again. 3 players towards middle, but it looks like a standard setup here. Kiyoshima towards sandbags as usual, and Carrigan in the vents. He's got the UMP, so he can drop down and maybe be flashed in towards B. It's not that'll be required as of yet. It's a very default round from North.
Default indeed, as Cajun goes back over toward the mid position. Bomb dropped outside of A main. AZ's inside of that position I just mentioned, the aforementioned A main, but not going to do anything with it. In fact, all the aggression starts out on the B site. Carrigan in behind the boxes will hold off. Alu starts his way in. Cajun wants to find his way in. Alu's going back at it, trying to get aggressive, but a smoke down. Gets caught out though, trying to go back toward the vent. So a bit of an opening for MSL to walk in. They know that's covered off in checker. This should certainly be B at this point in time. They're gonna have a hard time holding it off as well. Kerrigan alone in the site with a UMP. Not that it's not sufficient, it's just that the distance and angles that he has to try and cover off. He's managed the first one successfully, sees MSL as well. Bomb's gonna go down, Nico gets in position. This could be enough, as FaZe have to hold off though against the man in the site, Magisk, who finds a kill back. It's all too easy. They line up, but it doesn't matter. Nico gets the shot, and it takes 30 rounds after going up 11-4, but FaZe will close the door on a comeback.
That's so heartbreaking for North. They are playing such amazing CSL on the T side. It's always beautiful to watch the way they're coming back into rounds and situations. They lost that first pick as well, and they lose it to the UMP of all weapons. Of course, it's Carrigan that steps up there, manages to find the win for FaZe just about. Didn't look easy though. And I guess, Matthew, it's time to chuck it over to Moses and the boys. And Lauren, I beg your pardon, at the analyst. Whoops.
He was a little bit worried there.
It's because the new bullying rules come out, right? He's got to be
We've set
careful
some
now.
firm,
Yellow cards.
some firm rules.
Yeah.
Another comeback from 11-4. That's good stuff from North, but it is heartbreaking. You do hate to see it.
If you're looking at this at face value, you're going to quickly sit here and go, these guys either have fantastic T sides or terrible CT sides. And I don't think it's like one or the other. I think the T rounds that were won was when the CTs, they're just getting hard reset every single time. They'd win around, reset, win around, reset. Maybe they'd save a gun, maybe they'd force into it, but it's still not a full gun round. You know, full utility. Everyone didn't have guns in a lot of instances. As Henry was mentioning towards the end there, so many clutch situations, that kind of stuff was unfolding. And on the CT side, on a map like this where you can get basically strung around so easily and forced around by utility, if you don't have enough stuff to stop them from being able to take the territory when they want to, they can just slowly pincer you out, and it's so difficult to deal with.
Is there anything to the idea? I mean, we mentioned mentioned at the beginning in the first series when we saw Cash that we just don't see it very much at the moment. Is there anything to just teams maybe not feeling that comfortable on it?
Maybe the CT side is showing me some interesting things that are going on right now. Like nobody feels comfortable on the CT side.
I think one thing though is that FaZe have actively said that it's something we're looking into, like expanding into our map pool. So I don't think they're by default fully comfortable in comparison to other maps that they can play on. They're still obviously incredibly diligent because it's still FaZe, right? But I think we haven't seen that many teams looking incredibly confident or super comfortable in a long time. So it's like, well, who do you look to kind of set the bar? There's very few out there who've kind of taken it under their wing recently. You saw many teams before doing it, many teams bringing it their own style, but there hasn't been that found just yet. And it seems there's a flaw in everyone's approach at the moment, but if FaZe keep trying to refine it, you could see something quite interesting down the line. But it does seem as though we're seeing that weird little swing and roundabout of this.
One of the best teams who I've seen on CT side of Cage was Mouse Sports, and this was like with Nico, with Christian, that kind of one. And the reason they were the best was because every round they had a move or a play. There was a gamble decision being made. 3 players here doing this, a push here, flashing for each other, a move taking this territory, always being proactive on the CT side. And I think that's maybe one of the biggest things. We definitely saw that in the Fnatic game. They didn't look as proactive at times as a unit, as individuals definitely, but I think maybe more team-based CT aggression or moves is required.
I want to give you a chance. You like your B stream updates? You want to do one really quick?
Okay, yeah, let's whack her up. Mouse Sports versus G2 on the first map, which was Cobblestone, went to G2. I believe it was 16-10.
Not bad.
The next map is
G2 continuing their turn. Also, a little bit of update from the Mountain Dew League. It was Penta who has secured 3rd place in the Mountain Dew League earlier this evening. So they will be playing in one of the relegation matches aside who is going to be in Pro League come next season. Congratulations to Penta for that. Either way, we'll return in just a moment. We'll have the second map. It's going to be Mirage between FaZe and North. Stay tuned.